Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm just gonna wait a little bit. You have more participants, and we will start soon. We're gonna wait for about 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and I will start. Hello to the ones that are coming now. Hello. I'm just waving back at the people who are waving at me right now. Alright, so we have so far 6 participants, 8 participants. Let's wait a little bit more, and we will start and enjoy this half an hour session. Okay, so again I'll say Fateh to you, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh, Satkartar to everyone who is now joining the live session or the ones who are going to join in coming minutes. And my name is Guru Chanan Kaur. I am a student of Raj Academy and I play the Dilruba. I have been playing the Dilruba for about 2 years or 2 years and a half. I'm still a student, and I am here to share with you the first experiences with the Dilruba and what was my experience too, and maybe your future experience or your current experience with starting a new instrument. So what we're gonna talk today, it's gonna be really fun. We're gonna have fun moments, and we're also gonna have moments of you can ask any questions. I will see them there, and I will be able to answer to them hopefully at the moment you ask, but feel free to ask me anything and I'll do my best to answer. I don't have all the knowledge in the world, so be kind to me. Alright, so the Dilruba is a beautiful instrument created by Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and actually it's a modification of the taus, so it's a more portable and made for travel. So when I opened the Dilruba for the first time, I was very much fascinated by the shape of it and the beauty of the strings and everything, although I had no idea what to do with it. So this is what this workshop is about. What do you do when you have a brand new Dilruba, or if you haven't played for a long time, or if you're even thinking about it, how it's going to be. So the first thing I want to talk is about the body of the Dilruba. So this is my Dilruba, and the Dilruba is not that heavy, so it can be easily carried with one hand. As you can see, it has all the sympathetic strings and it has all the main strings. So one of the things that I learned first was how to take care of the Dilruba. So I carry this pouch with me all the time, and what I have here is a piece of cloth, right, that I use to clean my Dilruba before and after I play. So what I do is one side of my cloth is for the top part, and the other side is for this part. Okay. Then I have oil storage in this package, and what I do is that I damp a little sponge with coconut oil And I use this for my fingers, the fingers that we're gonna use to play the strings of the Dilruba. And what it does is gonna give us more mobility, and also it's gonna help your fingers to create that heat rotation for your skin. You're gonna need it later on. And the third thing I carry is rosin for my bow. So the Dilruba is played with a bow, of course, I've seen it before. And the rosin keeps the friction when we're gonna play. So that's the first thing we're gonna do. We are going to apply the rosin to the bow, and later we are going to use it. So the way you apply the rosin is, this is your rosin and this is your bow, and you just like gently rub it on the strings of the bow. And you do that for maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Don't add too much rosin, otherwise you're gonna have a cloud after you play. So that's not very nice. So yeah, that will be how you apply rosin in your bow. Correct. So the other thing I want to mention, or the next thing I want to mention, is how to position the Dilruba in your body. So I think I need to go a little bit back so you can see how exactly I do it. Right. So the first thing you need to do is you need to have a straight and firm position. You do not need to cross your legs. Actually, what we do is we make kind of like a diamond shape on the floor. So I cannot show you enough with the position I have the phone right now, but you're gonna be holding the Dilruba basically in the bottom with this part of your feet, right? And then you are gonna place your Dilruba in your left shoulder, and it's gonna be, you're gonna lock it with your knee and this part of your left feet, right? So this is the correct position, or the position I use. And sometimes when you're starting, this key is gonna hurt you in here. So the solution for that, grab a tunique or a piece of the star or any fabric that you have around, and just place it on your shoulder, and you create like a tiny cushion. And this is how you're supposed to play. So it must feel comfortable, it must feel that you are straight, never like this or on the side. You keep your center and keep the Dilruba secure. It shouldn't move. It should be able to maintain itself without holding it. Okay? Alright, so the positions of the hands also are very important. You must keep your hands relaxed, right? So try to maintain a neutral posture here and a neutral posture on your wrist. You don't want to play like this, or you don't want to play like that. Keep it as neutral as possible. So when you pick up your Dilruba at home, or when you get your new Dilruba, try these tips to hold it. Okay? So the next thing I want to talk about is the bow. So we use the bow on our right hand, and the way to hold it is like this, right? So like simply like this. And there is some variations of this. You can also hold it like this, or you can hold it like this. So I will repeat again. You can hold it in 3 ways. Like this. Sorry, like this. You can hold it like this, or like this. And this will be something that you will be finding on yourself too. You can try those 3 grabs. I particularly like to hold it like this. But when we are starting, we are taught that we can use it like this or like this. so we can have good grab or good grip of it. Another thing that we need to be careful is with our wrist. Do not put tension in your wrist, right? So try to hold the Dilruba when we're gonna play in one moment. I'm gonna show you how your shoulder and wrist, they must be relaxed, right? So when you play, so that's how you hold the bow. Now let's combine them. Let's try together. So again, be mindful of your position. Lock the Dilruba on the base with your ankle or the back part of your foot, your knee. Place it on the left shoulder. If it hurts, remember to add a cushion. And make sure your back is straight, that your hands and arms are relaxed. And you can proceed to grab your bow, right? So the key of the bow is to keep it parallel to the floor. So not like this or not like that. And that's something that's gonna be, that's the first thing you're gonna notice when you play the Dilruba, that you're gonna be doing like that or doing like this. So you can say the mindfulness part of these first steps is to keep focus on maintaining the bow really parallel to the floor, right? So what we're going to do at the beginning is just to play an open string. Open string means I'm not playing any of these notes yet. So we're just gonna focus on the bow and we are gonna start playing an open note, open string. And this is the sound that it should make. Now, is that gonna happen at the beginning? Absolutely not. When I started, my Dilruba sounded like, I don't know, maybe a dying cat. But that's okay. That's what happened at the beginning when you start playing any instrument. So you're gonna notice that your Dilruba maybe sounds something like this, or something like not very loud. So what you need to balance is the pressure of your bow. If you pressure too much, it's gonna sound like this. We don't want that sound. If your bow is too light, it's gonna sound very, very soft. There is no projection there is no projection of the sound, correct? So we don't want that either. So what you need to try to do is to balance that pressure until you find that that sound that is projected but balanced. And I'm telling you, this exercise with the bow or this technique is really good to develop that sound, the sound balance, and also the bow movement, correct? So what we are going to do is we always start from the bottom of the bow and we're just gonna go ahead and play that open string. And make sure you're very conscious when you're listening. So you notice the nuances on your bow, you notice the nuances on your sound. If you catch yourself doing this, okay, go back and then start again. If you catch yourself doing, okay, just stop, think, and then go back again and start. Make sure you also adjust your right hand into the most comfortable position for the bow. I strongly recommend for beginners to use the grip, this kind of grip, where you put your pinky on the bottom and then the rest of the fingers hold inside. So this is what you're going to do for about 5 minutes, let's say. Until you find that sweet point of balance between your arm, your bow, sound. And notice how I'm not lifting my shoulder or over exaggerating the movement of my elbow. It's very subtle and very soft. And always remember, keep your bow parallel to the floor. Another key thing or tip that I want to give you is that when we use the bow to do the note, you cannot do it so underneath or on the top. You need to do it right here. If you go too down, the sound is gonna crack. It's not gonna be correct or crack. And if you go too on the top, the sound is gonna break. So make sure you're playing in this, you can say in this section of the string. Alright, so let's do a couple of more bows on that string, on the open string. And remember that this is the first step on starting your Sargam. Your bow and your sound need to be clear and balanced in order to start playing on the Sargam. Do you notice what happened? I was bowing too close to the bridge and my sound break. And I noticed right away. What do? Just stay conscious and acknowledge what I did. Go back to the same position I mentioned before and start again. That's all you need to do. To notice is that when we change directions on the bow, we must be careful of not make extra pressure, otherwise the sound is gonna break too. For example, you see? So what you need to do is to balance also the pressure when you're coming back or forward. And this is a process that takes patience. It's not going to be something that is going to happen in 1 or 2 days. You must be very patient and practice slowly. So for my kids, Pauls, I always reminded them of the sloth, because the sloth is very slow. She's very patient, and this is the mindset we need to have when we practice. Or when we are in the process of learning this beautiful art of Kirtan. You must give it time, you must give it the space, and no rush, just go with the rhythm of this first learning, right? So just go slow, observe everything, and adjust what you need to adjust. Alright, so for the next part is how we start playing the Sargam. And the first thing I want to tell you is the position of your hand when you play the notes in here. So on the Dilruba, we play only 2 strings, this one and this one, meaning the first string is the main one where we place most of the notes, and this one is for the lower notes. So how do we start playing the notes? The tendency is to kind of like hug the entire Dilruba, but this is gonna affect us in the future to our agility and movement. So what we need to do is, first of all, you need to relax your hand, kind of like move it a little bit. And then, do you know, in the past, or when we had this signal of calling on the phone, I'm gonna call you back, pretty much that's the position you need to play the Dilruba. Okay, so what are you going to do? First of all, you're gonna use these 2 fingers to play for now. The rest you're gonna use later when you are very advanced and you can do many ornaments. But at the moment, for beginners, we're gonna use only these 2 fingers. And I am gonna be showing you how to do the female scale. So we're gonna start from here. And you're gonna place the finger, your tip, right above the bar. The second one is gonna be, you can say, at distance of the bar before, right? And you're gonna keep this position. You're not gonna touch the body of the Dilruba. You are going to keep your arm, your hand away from it, so you can have free movement eventually. It's not gonna be stuck. That's why we don't hug the body of the Dilruba. We just keep the hand right there. The other thing is that you don't need to pressure the strings that much. So please do not do too much of this, otherwise it's gonna affect your fingertips. So this is how you start making your notes. Okay? So let's try Sa. And one of the most beautiful things about the Dilruba and any of the Guru's instruments is that it's a beautiful support for your voice. I believe the main instrument is your voice, and what is beautiful about these particular instruments are that you can sing and play at the same time. So they were made for it. So what I want you to do is that, besides being conscious and aware of what's happening with the instrument, also be conscious and aware with what's happening with your voice. And whatever you can do with your voice, you can do on the instrument. So that's how it works. So let's start with Sa in female scale, which is going to be in this bar. And remember the position of the hand. Try to not exaggerate your elbow. Keep it as relaxed and as comfortable as possible. So you're gonna take your index and middle finger. You're gonna place the middle finger is the main note. In this case, Sa. Index fingers is going to be kind of close, not too far, but not too close either. And you try to not touch the body of the Dilruba with your palm. And grab your bowl. Remember your bowl position, whatever you decide to do first. And then you can start playing. Sa. And what I used to do, and it helped me a lot, was to do a lot of bows in one note, maybe 4 to 8 bows. So Sa, without any rush, without any intention of like bowing super fast or anything. No, try to focus a lot on how the sound is being produced and focus on your voice. Make sure your bow doesn't dance. Keep it parallel to the floor, and think on the sound. Feel it in your body, and then start reproducing with your voice. And I promise you, you can stay there for however you want, till you feel it, till you found your sound, till you feel connected with your Sa on the Dilruba and with your voice. Once you have done that, And I will say you can do 4 to 8 bows onto that. And by bows mean bowing. Then you can move on to re. So re is gonna be here. Okay, so re is gonna be here. And then we do the same thing. We just move very slowly, very patiently from to all the notes of the Sargam. So we have re, Good. We move to the next one, which is gonna be ga. Here. Okay, next one is going to be ma. Okay, next one is going to be pa. Next one is going to be dha. The next one is going to be ni. And we go back into the cycle. We go to sa, which is the next one. So this is the whole Sargam. You can go also back in the same pattern. And for a little experience, I want you to follow me on the Sargam. We're gonna do it with 4 bows each note first. Then we're gonna do 2 bows, then 1 bow, 1 note. And this is very helpful to do, so we can start measuring or noticing our nuances with the bow, with the notes, and also we linked our voice with the instrument. So always sing and play. It's very, as a musician too, I play Western instruments too. My main instrument is the flute. I cannot sing and play with my flute, so I very got used to just play, and that's nice too, but the main focus of this instrument is your voice. So always play and sing. So yeah, let's start with the Sargam. We're gonna do it, I'm gonna repeat again, and please join me and sing with me. We're gonna do it for 4 bows, 1 note, then 2 bows, 1 note, and then 1 bow, 1 note. Alright, so just sit, relax, and if you cannot sing, then listen, that's okay. But if you can sing, please do it with me. Sa much. What are the first impressions, and like what can we do when we start studying and playing this beautiful instrument? So I see I have some questions and I'm gonna address them right now. If you want to ask anything, please let me know now. We have a few minutes left and I will try my best to answer. So Nimrat asked me, can you please show the position of your legs? Okay, I'm gonna do my best. So let me just take my phone. So when I say diamond shape, it means like this. So you can see how I create kind of like a diamond with my legs and my feet, and this is how you're supposed to have your legs when you position your Dilruba. So I'm sorry, I'm working with one hand. Let me try to. Okay, so what I say lock, this is what I mean by lock, right? So your feet are gonna be pretty much holding the Dilruba against your knee, and that's how you place it. So it should look like something like this from your perspective. Okay. All right, and then I have another question. It says, I'm very fond of singing the gurbani shabads, like a person sings in raag. How should I proceed? I don't have any instruments. As I told you before, your main instrument is going to be your voice. So you can start learning raag, Kirtan, and learning this beautiful, beautiful technology Gurus gave us with your voice. Eventually, you will purchase your instrument or get your instrument somehow, but you need to start with your voice. It's always important to remember the voice is a God-given or natural-given instrument. So you can start using your voice and learning with that. Okay, is there any more question? Where are you based? So I am based in Calgary, Canada, in the state of Alberta, although I study with the Raj Academy online, so that's very, very convenient, and nowadays it's even more convenient. They have a whole platform called Raj Academy Web School, so you can learn Kirtan, and you can learn also Nag Yoga step by step on an online platform. So I basically learn from my home, and I have incredible teachers. My main teacher is Yogi Ji, Professor Surinder Singh, and then I also have other teachers that help me on my journey, and her name is Sirak Kaur. So yeah, that's how I learn. So how do you check if your Dilruba is in tune? This one is kind of tricky at the beginning because we pretty much you can say we're not very trained to like catch the sound. So again, I remind you all, I'm a musician too, so I kind of got used to it very quickly. But for someone who doesn't have a background in music, there are two things you can do. You can get one of those vibrational tuners, the ones that people use to tune the guitars. You can just attach it on this here, like it's like a little clip, and you can check your tuning there. So we use a tuning in Western notes, you will say is GDD8. So that's how you check. The other way to check, which is when you develop more your ear and start playing more, is with the tampura, which is this that is sounding right now. Mine is in A because I was playing in female scale. So what you need to catch is the main sound, which is the A, and proceed to start tuning on that. So this is A, this is B, and this is G. Or if I press the first note, it's A or Sa. Sa. Many people also tune their Dilrubas on Sa, Sa equal D, which you can also do, and it will be the middle strings. So at the beginning, I will recommend you to get that vibrational tuner, and then you can check like that. I hope that helps. Any recommendations where to buy your Dilruba? So I bought my Dilruba online, and it's pretty much what I know how and where to buy the Dilruba. I ordered online. I know that there are many shops in India and in Punjab specifically, but I just got mine online. I think if maybe Gagan can tell you where to get it. I don't remember the link, but that's how I get my Dilruba. And this Dilruba is especially designed for professor, and it has a very good quality, and it's really kind and gentle to learn. Also gentle with my fingers. Yeah. Okay, how to set string at Sargam, and which string at what position? So what I was explaining before, your Sargam is going to be on your main string, and it depends on which scale are you doing, is this female or male. Today we saw the female scale, so it started from the second bar, so Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa. Alright, so thank you very much, and thank you for your questions. Thank you for staying with me. I'm sorry if I make any mistakes, please forgive me. If you didn't understand anything else, something, please, sorry. I know my English is funky, but I'm doing my best. And then if you want more information on how to learn this beautiful instrument, how to train your voice, how to start this journey that Guruji has given us kindly with all the love that they could have given to us, please reach out to Raj Academy. Gagan Kaur also posted the email. You can reach out at hello@rajacademy.com, and please stay tuned on this channel, on this in this page, because we have future workshops with wonderful teachers, wonderful students, and you don't want to miss those. So thank you very much again. I hope this helped. I hope this inspires you to start this beautiful journey and connect with your inner voice, connect with your true self, and connect with the beautiful technology that Guruji has given us. I hope you have a great day, a great week. So I hope to see you around. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.